No, I don't know if you're here.
Hey.
Oh, okay, the camera's off. Good.
I'm so excited to finally meet you.
Are you guys
This is great.
planning on having camera on?
I don't know what's going on with our camera right now.
Okay.
No
I didn't know if it was on
our
purpose
end,
or not.
We've definitely had a lot of you know, just audio. So
Yeah, tech
this happens
issues.
sometimes.
It's a thing.
Cool.
Well, either way, thank you very much
Okay,
for
yeah.
joining us today.
Yeah, the camera's working
Excited.
over here, but it's not working there.
No
Well,
worries. No worries.
if
We're
you
only
can
here
figure
to
it
have
out.
fun. We can have fun with the lights off or on.
It's all right.
Great. Well, we are so excited about a lot of things that y'all are doing in the community. Obviously, your art, obviously Twitter Spaces, and I would love to hear a little bit about Trippy Ada to a newcomer to the extravaganza.
You guys want to tell us a bit about Trippy Ada?
Get to know a little bit about Trippy Ada. Well, we are a trippy psychedelic CNFT project. We are about lips. We could be about other things, but right now we're just about lips. I have a lot of paintings behind me that you cannot see that I have done in real life that represent all of these paintings. And so we've been doing a lot of work with other people too in our next drop. What I'm looking forward to is actually one of them you guys interviewed earlier was Flawed. So
Yes.
but yeah, we want to express just the most we can in our art via psychedelic wise, and just kind of have like this motion of going into the psychedelic world onto the CNFT community.
Definitely. I mean, to me, they really go hand in hand very well, and they're both things that could hugely help the state of the world right now. So I love the combining of them. What should we call both of you all? I should call
Who's
you
here?
Moonfly,
Yeah,
right?
maybe we should just start with that since we can't see you. Who are we talking to in that dark room?
So I'm Moonfly. So and then sitting next to me, who is this?
I'm Dabby. Yeah, sorry for the delay as well. For some reason, we can't hear you guys on the regular audio, so I'm having to listen to it kind of through the phone. I don't know what's happening with our, because like I can see you guys and everything on our end is fine, but I have to like listen to you on this. So sorry for the delay.
Sorry to hear that.
I'm Dabby, and we're totally doxed on our website too, Jason and Mitzi. So
oh, great.
Okay, great.
About us and read all about our project there as well, because there's like a lot of in-depth stuff we've put on there about sort of our vision. We've got like airdrops for holders and stuff like that. There's another airdrop coming up at 50% sold where you get like a 1 of 1. That's going to be recolor. So for every 1 Trippy Lips you have in your wallet, you'll get a series 1 Trippy Lips anyway. You'll get a unique recolor at random. So there'll be 250 of those going out.
Yeah, to add to what he was saying too, we have these guys rolled over something called Death Sticks. That's a promo that we did for our beginning release, and people are lucky enough to get one of those. One of our OG communities, and for that community, we do special drops. We are also upcoming a special drop coming up in our Discord for all the Discord members, Valentine's cards, which are not on there.
Oh my God, that's so perfect. Oh, I'm getting that for sure.
A little bit of emptiness, a little bit of fun, you know, just to kind of throw it out there, since this is the first Valentine's together, we're going to have like a fun kind of get together in our Discord and share some fun stories and stuff like that.
Glass of wine and a kiss. That's really awesome. I mean, I really see the evolution of how pimped out your backgrounds and stuff are too. Like it's gotten even more crazy and interesting.
And 70s lips coming soon.
Damn, that's sick.
Oh yeah,
dude, that's like a fetish friend.
That's such fluffy. I like those. These are so fun.
Dude, these are amazing.
Wow, yeah.
Oh my God, I can't wait. And so,
it's like next level.
What is some of your artistic?
Yeah, we're still working on that series, and that's the one that we're going to go with Flawed.
Oh, hell yeah.
Very nice. That's
Great
a good combo,
yeah.
definitely. What is your background artistically? Like, what are some other type mediums that you've worked with, and how does that maybe influence you? I think we're gonna have lag.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of lag.
Well, I've been painting since I was very young. So I probably started with oil paint. I was probably like 3 or 4 years old. My dad was an artist, and so was my mom.
Nice.
And then I ended up getting lucky enough to go to magnet school and become an artist there. And so from that, I was classically trained. But somewhere in high school, I kind of just decided to start rebelling and go into other mediums that were not necessarily my teacher's favorite. But I somehow made her like them, and I graduated through going through hair school. So that was fun. So I went next to hair school and doing like avant-garde hair and crazy stuff on people, like sculptures. So from all this, it kind of reflects the things that I did in makeup, because I worked in makeup for a long time. And I really did enjoy the training that I had to get to this point. But a lot of it just kind of spawned from psychedelic experiences and stuff like that.
I'm just imagining this amazing avant-garde hair and fashion and, like lips in the background. Like, oh man, so cool. Well, what what are you trying to work on right now? What do you see in the future, if you're even, if that's what you're doing? I know that sometimes art is just for the sake of art.
Well, definitely working on more CNFTs in the future. Once I discovered this platform, I was like, oh, wow, this is way easier to share my art than to try to do this via like going to art shows, especially after the pandemic. A lot of the art shows I did were like street art shows and like community events and festivals, and those all got canceled. So whenever CNFT started, I was like, oh, this is a great way to outreach to the community. And I kind of stuck with it. So yeah, I still can continue in the future doing art for festivals and stuff like that. But then alongside having this digital platform now that I can have, and to be able to outreach in more ways than just Instagram or Facebook and stuff like that. So it really has helped that field. And I know a lot of people out there for CNFTs, for investments, but for me, I feel like it's a lifestyle, and that's something, because it's, just another.
It really is.
It's a lifestyle, definitely. That's a good point.
Well, speaking of how it's great to be here because of what it can do for the world, let's talk about Cardano Women and Twitter Spaces a little bit. How has that experience been for you, and what do you hope to do with Twitter Spaces?
Twitter Spaces are something that I just kind of jumped into one day because it just popped up. It wasn't there before.
Yeah.
And I noticed there were a few people in there, and I just wanted to talk about information about CNFTs. And for those few people that were talking all the time, we started getting people jumping into the space that couldn't become a speaker because we noticed it started filling up, and then it just kind of blossomed into these plenty of spaces. So I decided to branch off into my own space on Sunday called Psychedelic Sundays. But I've also co-host of Cardano Women, and I also sometimes co-host the Stoners Club, which was something that started in the beginning too. So I'm kind of excited how this has started and blossoming, and I've even jumped into e-spaces to try to get them to come into our spaces.
That's awesome.
Ambassador Moonfly, they call you.
Yeah. Sure. Oh man, sounds like a sci-fi
not
show.
Bad. I like that.
It's really good. It's like Firefly.
Yeah, right.
That's really great. What animal would you say is your soul animal, Moonfly and Dabby?
Trippy questions on this. This one.
I'll let Dabby answer this first. Here, go ahead.
My soul animal, you really caught me off guard with that one. Okay. Let's see. Probably a sloth. I don't know. I really identify with sloths. They're really chill, and they seem like they're really high all the time. And I'm high all the time too. And I prefer to model my life more after a sloth because I always have so many things to do. I need to slow down and do less. And they've got it figured out. So yeah, I think that's my soul animal because they're also awesome.
They are definitely.
You're so funny. Honestly, I never heard this, so now I know more about you.
There you go.
That's what we want.
I like it.
But okay. Well, what am I? I'm definitely a lemur. I kind of the same thing. People hang out in trees. I'm just much faster. It's like a cat monkey of some kind. It's
very cute too.
That's really awesome. I feel like I'm an otter, so I feel like we're kind of all in a similar furry category together. Fluffy,
furry and chill.
Jungle. Yeah.
Furry chillers.
That's awesome.
That's good. Yeah. Oh man. So CNFTs must be so different. I mean, okay, obvious that may be trite. CNFTs are very different from traditional art world. Where, what's the difference? From your perspective, what's good, what's bad? I just want to hear a bit about that coming from IRL stuff to this world.
Well, it's a kind of like when I look at it, I just look at the perspective of the artist themselves, what they think, whether the drawing I think is good or not. There could be something behind that person that the reason why they drew it means something to them. Or like it could be something as silly as a joke that I could like because it's cool art. But when it comes to a lot of big projects, I am wary because I do have to watch out to make sure that you're not getting taken advantage of, which a lot of people have accidentally been taken advantage of in different situations.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think that with a lot of the art going forward, it's going to be difficult for people to understand the basis of art because them themselves may not be collectors before they came on the CNFTs. So they may not understand someone's, intentions when they come in to make art. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's a big world out there. But I'm not biased on anything. I always give it a chance.
I'd also like to add to that and throw in that I think from just an artist's perspective, like trying to connect with an audience before CNFTs was extremely difficult and a really convoluted process trying to go through things like galleries and trying to connect through like Instagram was a lot different. The community is not nearly as enthusiastic or receiving of like original stuff when you get out there. So this has allowed us to connect way more directly with people who are a lot more invested in what we're doing and see like the future of what we want to do and have a lot of people to share our ideas with a lot more directly. And it's just been a really great platform to sort of circumvent all the, I would say, pretentious, stuffy like art gallery scene and go just directly to people who want to collect our stuff.
Cutting out the middleman, right? That's what's happening.
And like you can totally see in this community how much you would just rather have like 10 people that are super into what you're doing than you would have than you would rather have like a bunch of people that don't really care very much. That's been my experience, but we couldn't even find, it was so hard to find other people that appreciated what you were doing on that level. So I'm glad that y'all are here. And that we're here.
Yeah.
Cool. I can't be worried about the lag.
Yeah, I want to wait and give you a chance to talk.
We're super glad to be here. Thanks. And yeah, my camera was working earlier, so it would have been great to have this
I wish we could see it. Yeah.
I can see you.
We'll have another time.
You can't see me. I'm in the ether right now. I promise. The
You're
ether
out there.
is nice. It's not mean.
Right? Oh man. Okay, cool. Well, what's something that you would want somebody to understand or know about your project, Trippy Ada, that maybe is not apparent or something key?
Well, definitely one of the things is that we like to base things off of generations. So the first
Yeah.
thing that you see is that the 60s Lips is the first series. And we really did that because that was really the first generation that psychedelics were really explored. And
Totally.
a lot of the scientific, information out there was starting to get out to the public. And
Mhm.
we wanted to kind of
Interesting.
highlight on every type of category that kind of influence pop culture and then kind of influence us to be who we are. So the next series is going to be 1970s, which you guys were looking at the McDonald's Lips and quote
Yes.
unquote not McDonald's Lips. But they were just that's something like fast food started coming really big in that time area. So they're just little keys to things that we started kind of sneaking in. And another thing is that eventually throughout the series, there's going to be an entire face. So someone else already picked up on it
Wow.
and told me about it. I was like, oh, you found it. And so over time, there's going to be more and more of a cool face in there that's staring you down.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's gonna wow, and it's like even more exciting that it's like a slow reveal. Like you've gotten so comfortable, like you've gotten to be really know these lips, and then it all starts revealing itself. And I also just really love people putting thought and intention into the theming like that, like including their story, like you're saying. That's awesome.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just I took a lot of time planning it beforehand, but I don't think that a lot of people see what goes on behind the scenes. Honestly, I just lock myself in a room for 20 hours. I'm sure other people do the same.
That's a good method. What do you do to like rejuvenate your creative, cup after you've locked yourself in the room for 24 hours?
Oh, I got the dancing music. Well, I probably
That's
start
2-minute
dancing.
warning
honestly.
music.
You gotta put some music on, wiggle those noodles a little bit, maybe get some sandwiches and some tea. And then, I like to go outside sometimes and look at the prairie dogs because they're adorable.
I take dabs and do psychedelics. That's usually how I replenish mine.
Definitely a key thing to do every once in a while.
Be a good combination too.
Right?
Take a bunch of dabs, psychedelics, and then watch some prairie dogs.
Yeah, I'd
Oh,
love to watch
yeah.
some prairie dogs.
And then look at your NFT collection and have your
Yeah,
mind
that was a good
thought about the
combination.
potential of what it could be.
All right. Well, this is bringing us right towards the end here. Thank you guys so much for coming on. This was so cool. I mean, we didn't get to see you, but we still met.
We still
And,
met.
That's what matters.
And I can't wait to see this newest collection of lips. Like, these look amazing. I definitely am on board.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks for inviting us on.
Yeah, definitely. We were super excited to be on. And again, sorry for the super long delay. I don't know why the audio is lagging. It's like 10 seconds behind.
No,
That's okay. It's a challenge.
Usually we have time before a
It
show
was
to
been super fun being on here and answering all you guys' questions about our project.
Yeah, thanks again.
Y'all
Totally.
too. Y'all are awesome.
There it is. All right, cool. Well, thank you very much. We'll catch y'all.
I feel like I was
On the
talking to
flip
people
side.
in another
We'll
world.
see you in person next time. Bye.
see ya.
Peace.